In this video, I'm going to test all the secret transformations in this Ben 10 game. Let's check out all the aliens in the game and all the Omnitrixes, alright? We're already here in the game. Check out the recalibrated Omnitrix. Let's start with him because here we have several aliens to choose from. So let's turn into Swampfire and look, the Swampfire transformation already appears and it's basically an alien force transformation. He goes to the middle, then look, these bubbles appear, then he does this gesture, the skeleton shows up and that's it, we're transformed. This one is Swampfire and his details are really nice. Look how well made his model is in the game, man. And to activate his power, just hold F to throw fire. See? He already blew up a car just like that. Man, there's also the next one, which is Echo. And look what he can do, man. He can do these jumps here like a really cool speed effect. He can also clone himself several times. Look at this, so many clones, and I can switch between the clones. Check this out. So I'm several Echoes at the same time. And now do what I say, sing, and look at this, they sing. The Ben 10 opening, strength, excitement, right, man? This is beautiful. It sounds like an angel choir, man. This is amazing, man. They even put the classic Ben 10 here now. Come, clones, come, because it's finally time for another alien, and it's going to be him, the great Humongosaur. And he's awesome because he has this little tail here, and the tail moves really smoothly. He can hit anything and destroy it, basically. There's nothing he can't destroy. And he also has a super jump. Check it out. Boom, super jump. And there's a crime happening, so we're going to be able to test his powers because, look, I got to the crime scene and I can grow in size because that's one of Enormosaurus's powers. So, here you go, guys. Take that look. I just jump here and do this until I blow up the cars back there. But there's another amazing one here, which is Jet Ray, man. And just look at him. Even at normal speed, he runs faster than the normal Ben 10 characters. If I activate the turbo here with shift, man, he starts to release this speed trail showing that he's really fast. But you can make him even faster because look at this speed boost. Now I've already crossed the city in less than a second. You have to remember there are races here. So look, let's go now. Look, go to the race and I'm already heading to the race. Look, man, he's really fast. Dude, can I even control this? Go from here. Go ahead, my boy. Go ahead. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Leave a like. He's really fast and sometimes it's hard to control, but we try and look. He's really fast, but he still doesn't have laser powers, unfortunately. But there's another alien who didn't have powers and now does, which is Friagum. Look at him. I don't understand why he flies like this, but he shoots ice from his mouth, man. So, let's test it on some enemies because I want to show you how well he freezes. And now look, he opens his cape and takes some ice, guys, and look how they freeze. Man, pay attention, okay? That's it. He turns into a giant ice tube, like an ego. It's crazy. Look, they become a perfect ice tube, man. But cars don't freeze. They just explode, unfortunately. And now it's time for the best of all, the parallel pipe. Look at the parallel pipe, guys. He runs in an incredible way, spreading his arms and still does nothing. He doesn't hit, but he flies. Look at him flying. Look at the guy's flying style, bro. His model is one of the most beautiful in the game, okay? And he can fly like that, and he even has a speed boost, but he doesn't have any lightning powers that he absorbs. Absolutely nothing. And now it's time for an alien that everyone forgets, Arthropod. He's good. You know why? Because look, he makes a mega shield to protect himself from enemy attacks. And this shield is really impenetrable. Guys, like seriously, I'm going to test it on these bad guys here. Look, I turned. Look, I used the shield, but they don't do any damage to me. Man, this is the life, bro. This is the life. Take that. But now it's time for one that didn't have any powers and was always snubbed by me. Web, look at that. Take this, take that. And the detail of the web looks really cute there. Seriously, look, it actually looks cute. And he even has a web pull here. Really cool. Check it out. He can boost himself multiple times to reach his destination. And these unlimited powers make him overpowered. Now it's time for one of my favorite aliens, which is simply Gozma. Guys, check it out. He has some really cool attacks like, whoa, yo. He jumps in a really awesome way. Check it out. Gozma jumping. And then if he lands here, look, he lands. He splats on the ground because he doesn't take fall damage because he's Gozma, right, man? If he took fall damage, I'd be crazy. And now it's time for the alien that everyone loves. Alien X is awesome because just look at the speed he flies. Man, I'm gonna get to those bandits over there because I can teleport. Just look at how fast I teleport. Then, oops, camping, I'm flying well. Good morning. Look, one hit. All the crime is gone. Man, I beat crime with 2-3 hits really easy. I think I should get a prize. Seriously, bro, he's really powerful. Look at these cars here. They all explode at the same time, and I can even go through them. Take that. It's really cool. And just look at how fast he teleports. Man, he's transcending matter. Alien X is the best alien in the game by far, but there are still several aliens with even more insane powers that I want to test in the video, so stick around, comment Ben 10, and we'll make it happen. I know I didn't show his aliens here in this clip, but they all exist. And a cool detail is that they made sure to put the silhouette here, not the alien's hologram, when it's the prototype Omnitrix. He's already better than a lot of other Ben 10 games, man, but here, unlike Ben 10 Protector of Earth, he doesn't glide, he can actually fly. Just look at this. This flight is really insane, man. And he can still shoot fire blasts from up here. Whatever, this guy's just way too strong. But now check this out. This guy here is burning, or was burning. Now he's charred. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Look at them burning, man. I'm burning them all in the game, all of them. And then they just go out like this. But one cool thing is his mega power. Check this out. Take Supernova. This does a lot of damage to enemies, but since there are no enemies to test it on, let's test it on civilians instead. I think Flame is really awesome. We're off to a great start. Now look, he's pressing the watch. Take that, man. We got XLR8. He looks really cool here. Look, his tail moves all the time, and when I press shift, check this out. Activate his mask, activate the mask, activate the mask, because he can run super fast, man, like really fast. He's not faster than Jet Ray, but he's really fast, and he runs all over the city. Look, he runs on water, runs everywhere. Look how cool that is, man. He climbs the building now. Slow motion, as we showed before. But it's not that intense. We can just see the alien with a lot more aura, and he can also throw a lot of punches. Look, take my tornado, man. Look at this. It's a really awesome speed tornado. Now it's time for a strong alien, one of the strongest and most powerful. 4 arms, and look at how he is, and a crime has already appeared for us to show our strength, so here goes 4 arms super jump, and he really jumps very high. Look how cool, man. Now check this out. There are these guys here. Good morning, because the street is closed for something that was supposed to be a road, all right? And now we do the following. Sonic Clap. We've already defeated a rock here. Take that. But I still have one more power, which is to get even stronger. Look, time even stopped properly, man. That's how strong I got. This is really awesome. With a slap, everything becomes simple and awesome in front of 4 arms, and he even has a super jump, but there's a cool detail I haven't shown yet. Look, here on the ground, this rock turns like this, right? Very cool, but on the buildings, look, I'm going to come here to the building and take out a rock, and it's a piece of rubble because we're on top of the building. And look, but cool, now it's time for Ben 10's first flying alien. Man, the alien everyone liked, the alien that in the reboot turned out terrible, Insectoid, man. Just the fact that he looks like a big insect with lots of legs already makes him awesome. And the fact that the reboot tried to change that to make him humanoid. Selling more toys is ridiculous because look, man, he shoots slime, but a cool detail is that this slime is explosive, so it deals damage too. Look, take this, take this. I think the Insectoid is really cool, and look at these big bugs of his, man. Take that, and check this out. I'm gonna show my secret attack. You know why? Because look, attack this, attack, go, slime, slime, slime everywhere, slime all over the place. And now we fill it with clouds, and then they start dealing damage. Look at this, man. Take that, man. This is the biggest combo right now. Man, you're crazy, man. And there you go. Look, you defeat the enemies easily. He's really useful, right, guys? You can tell the truth because now it's time for the aliens here. Look, exactly, Ghostly. He has tentacles, man. Wow, did you see what those tentacles did? He also has radar that detects heat and tracks enemy movements. He flies in a way that doesn't have a boost, but that doesn't make him weak because look, he also becomes intangible and you can feel the suit because he doesn't take any attacks. So guys, and his little hands get huge when he attacks. Man, I think that's really cool. Unfortunately, the Ghostly one doesn't have much else. Another alien that got a lot of stuff is Ultra T because look, he can move these big arms of his. He glides here, look, really cool, and he can also shoot. Laser, man, check this out. Take that, laser, laser, laser. The coolest thing is this right here, this laser here. Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. It doesn't even lag my game. And this right here, yeah, it's awesome. Look, it's the big bubble, man. It's the big bubble, but now it's his time. Dude, ignore that he's got the Matrix on his chest because this game is from a good alien force. The important thing is that he can do take that. Yeah, kind of, right? kind of roars, but he doesn't roar. He doesn't roar. He still has a pretty cool super jump, but he's nothing special. But I liked it because it's still cool, right, man? You can also turn into Diamond Head, and he's awesome because he has a bunch of spikes. Look, take that, take that. Wow, with just one, I can take down a car, man. Take that, take that, take that. And look how cool they look here. It really looks like Tatanita, even though it's not. You can also turn into Gray Matter, but he's really useless. He literally does nothing. He just says he doesn't like parties. What can you do, right? And now we have the extra aliens. Look, Cannonbolt. He can spin really fast. That's his power. Wow, look at that. And he even has a speed boost. And he can also grab people. Look at that. Take this. See, I just grabbed him and he even jumps between buildings just to prove that he's really a ball. There's also the Wild Vine, which now has powers. It can shoot explosive seeds. Look, guys, the seeds are hitting the car and he went flying. Take that. And a cool detail is that the more seeds I shoot, the fewer I have left on my back. Look, I'm out of seeds. Now there's only one left, and then I threw one and now there's none left. He can also boost just like Spider Monkey here, and he can swing on his vines just like Spider Monkey. He swings on the webs, and look, in a matter of seconds, the seeds have already recharged here. He also has the whip on his back, and he really is a powerful alien, so I want to test him on those enemies. Because look, he does electric attacks, man. Look at that. Take it, hold it. Here's the electric attack. Take the electric, take the electric. He keeps doing these electric attacks and barely takes any damage. He's so tiny and fast, it's almost impossible to hit him, and this ray comes out of him. Look, there's also the Arctic Iguana with the same freezing power. It freezes just like the freeze. There's really no secret, guys, but I really like the Arctic Iguana, and I don't know why. Maybe because he's completely blue and looks really cold, but I like him a lot. There's also Lobosben. He's here, but he doesn't do anything special. He just climbs buildings. Man, yeah, exactly. There's also Glutao. Look here, take it, Glutao. Now eat, man. He ate those guys, and his belly is glowing. So take that unsuspecting guy, and look at that. Since I ate 2 cars, I got energy for 2 attacks, see? I just took 3 cars, energy for 3 attacks, got it? There's also Frankenstrike, guys, but why doesn't he have any powers? He's just for display. There's still only his model here in the game, but he has a really cool attack. It's here too. Look at Ditto, check it out, and he can clone himself several times as well. See, and way more times than Echo, right, guys? Take that, take it. There's also the last extra alien, which is the giant one. Look at that, man, it's huge. He's got his laser beams here, look, and he destroys buildings with tremendous ease. Stomps on the ground, you know? Now he's destroyed even more buildings. I think I need to stop destroying so many buildings, otherwise soon there won't be any buildings left for us to live in, right? Yeah, just look at this mess. We've covered the prototype Omnitrix. Now let's move on to the Ben 10 Alien Force aliens and the ultimate versions. Now there are the extra aliens from Ben 10 Alien Force, and here they are. Look, Lone Star, the Polar Star. He only flies for now, but his model looks good. There's also Nanomac. He can get, look, really tiny, man. Tiny, minuscule. You can barely see him. Look here. He's going to stay on this rock. Look at the physics. He can get smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger. Really useful, isn't it? I think he's really cool. Yeah, man. Oh, man. We, as kids who watch the live-action Ben 10 movie, like this alien here, right? There's also Ratch. Yeah, Ratch is cool, but he has this here. Look, he doesn't do anything. He's just the Frosted Flakes tiger. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't have powers. He doesn't have attacks. He's just the Frosted Flakes tiger. But now it's time for an Omnitrix you guys like, which is the Omnitrix from Ben 10 Alien Supremacy, man. So check out how awesome it looks. As a child, I spent much time in the hospital due to a rare disease I was born with. And I remember that I once spent my birthday in a hospital, so I got this Omnitrix as a gift. So it was a good birthday and I really liked it. Because look, man, we just have to turn into a standard Ben 10 alien here like Heat Blast, and then we press C here, and look, he presses his Omnitrix and turns into Ultimate Heat Blast. He doesn't have any powers yet, but these huge hands here, look, and these little branch-like arms are what represent him in his purest essence. I really need to rewatch Ben 10 Alien Force, and Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. I'm rewatching the classic, but it's really awesome, right, man? Seriously, there's also Ultimate Echo. Just look at this. He's really awesome because, look, he's like this, super fast, really fast, and he can still fly in an incredible way. But he doesn't have powers, unfortunately, guys, but his flying is really awesome. Look at how he has an aura, and there's also him. Yeah, there's him. I'm about to go to a crime because I know he's calling me. We're already here at the crime, and now check this out in the 10 Red Hill Mungosaur. we turned into Ultimate Humongosaur. And then I can aim, and there you go, fireworks. Batman reacts intensely even to minor crimes like bread theft in Gotham City. Watch his details. When he aims, his hands transform into rockets from normal to rocket hands. Yeah, the game is really faithful, right, man? Seriously. And he even has Humongosaur's super jump. Here you go, man. I really like Ultimate Humongosaur for real, and there's also him, Ultimate Big Chill. Look, man, he's really cool because he shoots fire that's so cold it burns. It freezes the enemies, but they still burn, right? Because it's like cold ice, dry ice and stuff. Cold ice, dry ice. It's like dry ice, you know, dry ice. When you pick it up, you hold it, but it's gonna burn your skin, man. Don't hold dry ice. Kids and teenagers, I don't know how old you are and what's this here. Whoa, dang. First time I found this, I didn't know it was on the map. That's another secret revealed for the LUANLGH channel. I thought it was cool. It looks like life boost from Ben 10 Alien Force. From the game, well, it doesn't change much since he has a boost, and he even shoots his fire, right? Look at that awesome fire. He also has Monkey, Spider, Supreme. Look, he turns into a Mega Gorilla. With the right button, he attacks with his paws, and with the left button, he attacks with his hands. Man, his power is so great that he defeats enemies just with that. Check out this super jump, it's really cool. Basically, he doesn't even need to have it, man. He just does this super jump here to get to the place I want. Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Take that, attack, take it, attack, take it, attack. This is the hand attack. Look, it's a hit on everyone, man. Take it, take it, take it, take it. And he can even climb walls. Man, he's my hero. My hero has a beer belly. Another alien that has ultimate. It's not here, it's here. Yeah, there's the ultimate cannon bolt, which I never understood because he's just silver with some spikes. But that's okay. He turns into a spinning ball, and this one, look, this one really destroys with a tie. Look, well, but there's the most useless ultimate of all, right, guys? Which is him, Ultimate Wild Mutt. He just turns red, man. There's not even a real evolution. He just turns red, and, well, that's it, red. He also gets giant biceps. And he was supposed to talk, but he doesn't talk. What a great evolution, huh? But my favorite ultimate is him. Look, man, this giant here is overpowered, okay? And look, there's a crime happening down here, so take that, guys. Keep going, feel the stupid. Take that. Look, man, just by getting close, he already dies. Take that. I have to test something, guys. I'm sorry, it gets crushed. That's it. I don't think that was very fair. What matters is that we tested all the ultimate aliens in the game, but now it's time for the extra aliens from Ben 10 Alien Supremacy. Man, which are these here? Look, all of these have the water hazard that shoots water. Look, he really shoots water and it gets a wet environment. There's also Amphibian, which is another alien with electric powers from Ben 10, or an alien with electric powers, which is really cool, right? He runs, right, guys? There are a lot of electric aliens. Man, I like Amphibian, but come on. There's also Frankenstrike, Shock Squatch, Squash Game. There are just so many. There's also Armatau, who unfortunately doesn't do anything, guys. He's just here living. There's Tardigrira, who does this here. Look, I think that's a great ability, right? It must be. There's also Energy, and he's just really heavy. Just look at this, man. He does the bullet, the quake, just by sitting on the ground here. Look, there's Accelerator, there's Accelerated, who's really fast here. Look, and he can run on walls too. In a better way than XLR8. Okay, in a more controlled way. And he still has several attacks that hurt the enemy. So let's test it. Look, let's test it on that enemy over there. Then you give a boost here. Look, give the boost. Where's the boost? Where's the boost? I want the boost, man. Press it. Look, man, he runs way faster than. Now I know he's slower than XLR8, but I still think he's really cool. Okay, guys, but the problem is he's not very strong, you know? He doesn't do much. He's just a really fast guy. It's way better to do this here, right, man? But I like Accelerate anyway. I really liked him when I was a kid. He can change direction much faster than XLR8 since you just come here and switch. Contra Tempo, on the other hand, does nothing at all. He doesn't change time or do anything. Man, and there's Shyamalan, man. Just look at Shyamalan. He's looking good, really. He's looking really good. He has the 3 different eyes here and all, but he doesn't have the invisibility power that he has in Ben 10 Supremacy. Alien, unfortunately, yeah, but I like the Super Omnitrix anyway. But now let's go to the final Omnitrix with the coolest secret aliens of all and with the least powers, but they're still good aliens. And it's his time, guys. The Omnitrix from Ben 10 Omniverse, man, perfect. It's really awesome because it's the ultimate Matrix, but unfortunately, it doesn't have the selection wheel yet. Only the holograms. Well, that's okay. Is it time to test his aliens? Just look at his model. Really cool here, guys. He walks around here. Look, it has some awesome Lego sound effects, and he can even hit the enemies here. Look, and he can stretch the pieces and all. Really awesome. I like blocks, guys. There's also Gravitac, who became one of my favorite aliens of all time, watching Ben 10 Omniverse, okay? And we also have Crash Hopper, guys. Check it out. He has some leg attacks here. Really cool. They don't do much damage, but it's a leg attack. Actually, it does do some damage. Look, take that, take that, take that, man. I like him because he looks like a big cricket. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But we also have, look, Control Master. Take that. Then we can turn into any alien randomly, man. And this is really awesome, right, man? Unfortunately, other characters were supposed to be available, but Kevin and Gwen aren't unlocked now. They used to be, but not anymore. You can also equip Ben 10,000's Omnitrix here because it's really cool. It has a lot of aura, right? We can change the time of day. Look, now it's night. Now it's early morning. Now it's bright and sunny. Now it's raining. Look at that. How cool. It even looks like Ben 10 Alien Force. Not even now. Look, it's gonna change again, but this time it's to a storm. Guys, can you imagine stopping crimes with this aura? Take that, man, take that. And there's also my favorite, man, which is snow. Look how cool that is. This is really beautiful, guys. It looks like a different game. And for those of you who like it, there's also a training area. Here, you have access to all the aliens, but that's it, you know? That's it. Here you go, in case you want to try it out, right? These were all the Ben 10 aliens in one game. If you want a tutorial on installing this PC game, comment below. Remember, it's not available for mobile. Sorry!